top story right now coming in from Haryana, where the Samyukt Kisan Morcha has decided to court arrest at the city police station in Tohana. This is against the arrest of farmers following a spat with the Tohana MLA Devendra Babli. Hundreds of farmers, as you can see on your screens right now, led by leaders Rakesh Taket and Gurnam Singh Charoni, are moving to Tohana to court arrest. And they are upset with police raids and arrests of farmers in connection with a clash that took place in this region in Fatehabad district at the start of the month. Let's go across to my colleague Ghazali, who's joining us now. So Ghazali, we can look at these visuals. They're certainly very powerful. Hundreds of farmers we can see heading to the police station to court arrest. Has the government's response been to this latest flashpoint?
See, in the last couple of months, this has become a routine affair in Haryana that despite farmers warning the public representatives from BJP and JJP, the parties which are ruling Haryana, that representatives, if they visit the constituency, they will face the protest from farmers. And this is exactly the follow-up to that particular incident which happened on June 1st, when the JJP MLA Devendra Babli, while he was visiting his constituency, he was going to a government hospital to inaugurate vaccination for the especially abled people. He was harassed by farmers. There was a clash and commotion there, after which farmers were booked. Now today, farmers have gathered in Tohana Assembly constituency in Fatehabad district, where farm union leaders from SKM, the Samyukt Kisan Morcha, have also come into court arrest, and that is why they are going towards the police station, because 3 farmers have been booked for that particular clash or the incident which happened on June 1st. Now, what we are hearing right now is that the JJP leader has agreed to apologize. So the administration is also trying to pacify both the parties. They are trying to convince the JJP MLA to sort out the issue and apologize to the farmers so that they can call off their strike or the agitation there.
But Ghazali, this is a bit of a catch-22 situation for the farmers because if any violence does break out as the situation escalates, then that would be a tag they would be branded with.
Certainly, this is exactly what the farmers' leaders have been saying, that when we have told the politicians not to visit the constituencies because they have been protesting against the farm laws, and farmers feel that the ruling party, the BJP and its ally JJP, they are all complicit, or they agreed to pass these farm laws. And despite warning them not to visit their constituency, the farmers feel that these leaders are actually provocating them by visiting constituency, which later turns into a clash, and later the government books them under various sections of the law. And again, this becomes a routine, or you can say this becomes sort of a regular activity in Haryana, basically, where farmers again sit for protest, and this continues on and on in different districts of Haryana. And this is exactly the repeat of what we have seen, what happened in Hisar last month, that farmers sat there demanding withdrawal of FIR. A long drawn protest was held there in Hisar, and the administration had to agree later that they will withdraw the FIR, though it has not been done yet. So this is exactly the repeat of what has happened in the past in Haryana, and yet a new episode today, as farmers are marching towards the police station. They are right now, Gurnam Singh Charoni, a prominent face of the farm union in Haryana, as well as Rakesh Taket, Yogendra Yadav, they all are there in Fatehabad district in one of the police stations in Tohana town right now, protesting against the cases which have been registered against the farmers for what happened on June 1st.
Ghazali, you say the farmers feel they're being instigated by the administration, by the government, but can an elected representative be prevented from visiting their own constituency? Who's instigating whom, one may ask?
Certainly, from government side, it looks very unwise and unjustified if farmers threaten, or if they say that a leader is not allowed to visit his constituency. This is exactly what the government is saying, that you can't force us, or you can't confine us in our homes. We are public representatives. Though you may have disagreement with the union government over the farm laws, you can't sort of force us to sit back at home. But the problem is that whenever these public leaders or the MLAs of JJP and BJP visit the constituencies, somehow this clash or commotion happens. Like today morning, the Chief Minister of Haryana was scheduled to visit in one of the districts, and sensing that there will be protests, the chief minister had to adjust his scheduled time. He arrived at the location before the scheduled time to avoid any commotion or sort of any clash. So certainly both sides trying to place their words that they are being forced by the other side to, or they are being sort of harassed by the other side. Farmers say that the government is trying to provoke them. The leaders say that farmers or some hooligans within the protesters try to create disturbance in these agitations.